Yeah.
Hello.
Oh,
and
oh, hang on. I got to figure out this audio situation. Or we just don't have any. Son bitch. Of course, we get a chase and you leave the house for the first time in 2 weeks.
I know. And here's the great thing, and it was for show-related purposes.
Oh,
I
really?
left the house. And here we go. Fantastic chase. Look at this. This guy, I've been watching it before we come live. And it seems like that they were initially saying that he was being pulled for a registration issue, which is very odd that they would chase somebody like this for registration issues.
Yeah, good point. I mean, obviously...
Do I sound like I'm Bishop in the bathroom?
Yeah, pretty much. Good enough, though. I mean, listen, we'll take what we can. Getting off of the highway or going on to a new one? I can't tell. Donna, you're not kidding. He's moving good. No, Service Street. No, back onto another highway, I guess. Hi, Teresa, and hello to April and everybody else who's joining us. Make sure to say hi in the chat.
90.
Woo! Interesting. So far, so good. I'm trying to get you some audio. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the people.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're welcome.
I can't help it that I'm in Beirut right now.
Sounds about right. Yeah, he's moving pretty good. Yeah, Teresa, I'd agree with that. He must have warrants. I mean, if it's just what'd you say, a registration issue is all they were pulling him over for? I mean, that's, not typically.
That was what they were saying earlier. And it was strange because even the chopper guy was saying that he thought it was off.
Yeah.
Out of Joshua Tree onto the westbound 10 freeway and came through some many counties, San Bernardino County into LA County, West 91 freeway there. We're approaching Lakewood Boulevard, and look at those speeds. At times, Michael, it's touching about 105 miles per hour.
Woo! Go, boy, go.
Michael, is she talking to you?
Yeah, I can tell you, wide open spaces inviting high dangerous speeds. Look, as I pull out, you can see the vehicles even picking up some more speed right now.
Jason, good point. We've all been there, haven't we?
Well over 100 miles per hour. Now, we do have law enforcement closely behind. We don't know
April says, clearly they're trying to get home to find their registration. Yes, clearly. Yes.
And so forth. Dispatchers, we always commend them.
He wanted to prove
do a wonderful
that he is not a criminal, but a law-abiding citizen.
Right. That sounds about right. I want to pull up, let's see if Stu's on. I'm pretty sure he is. Because, that's...
Oh, he's getting off. Nope. Fooled
nope.
me.
He stayed. He was on the 605. Now they're on 91, whatever that is.
I mean, with this guy going this fast and it being so strange with a registration issue, I mean, you think he's got something in the car?
I got to. Or warrants or something. And look at that. He kind of holds up for a little bit. What he's coming up on traffic must be. Well, I jumped over to see if Stu was on, and all we've got is this airship noise. So
the ambient sound of the airship.
Important stuff. Well, we'll jump back over to CBS then.
I mean, that's not a very fuel-efficient car either, so
no.
This can't go too long.
Yeah, he's swerving good here and there, and I'm imagining any evasive maneuver or any quick turn with that vehicle, because it looks very squirrely, Where was I?
I mean,
Where's
these
their
speeds
audio?
over 100 miles an hour, they can't do a spike strip. I mean, if he hits anything doing over 100, it's going to destroy it. This is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, good point. And he's off the freeway, it looks like. Or at least going on to something new. Sorry, guys. I tried to get this audio up. And he's on to, as she said the other night, service streets.
Service, please. I'd like to thank those streets for their service.
Oh, there's a little swerving through some traffic there. Jesus. And that's some big trucks he just went around. Under an underpass, didn't take the opportunity to just stop and switch out vehicles like we've seen before.
The damage and the injuries can be so severe.
Yeah, and he went through a red light right there at that intersection. Plus, when you're coming off of a freeway at such high turn like that,
He's picking up all kinds of infractions now.
Nicole, good one. He's headed to that peaceful residential neighborhood, yes.
Correct.
Where there's
and now we're
the EBT liquor store, that nice neighborhood. Sage T Radio, welcome. Sup to you as well. And yes, happy Veterans Day to everybody. This is our Veterans Day present, a nice live car chase.
We're just flying through our intersections again. This is on Santa Fe right here. These speeds here more than
heading into Compton, Mikey.
Of course, the speeds
here we go through another red light on the wrong side of the road.
Yes, now in the Compton area.
Company
So
workers
driving
just
just
trying
as
to get
fast
back
as you
to
would
his
on the
home in
freeway, if
Compton.
not faster, and just hope there's no traffic coming up. Don't know what they'll do because clearly running through red lights, that appeared like some sort of tanker back there.
And these turns are
How's
very,
this gonna
very
end?
close.
I need some bets.
Yeah, and if you notice now the distance between the...
I think that we have a very good chance for a crash.
Quite a bit. The officers have to maintain...
I think.
Safety for the public. They're not going to drive at those speeds, but they still want to make sure that they can maintain visual at such high speeds.
He's going to bail.
Not look like he's got great control of that vehicle.
Yes, especially
Donna thinks he's going to crash for sure.
He's basically bouncing. We're not used to seeing that.
Bail, he's going to bail, Mikey says.
I think sometimes viewers, you see...
And yeah, Donna, that wouldn't be the first time we've seen somebody stop for gas. Still can't believe that one. That was crazy.
Because is it that they go faster?
So he's just about flying just as fast on the surface streets as he was up on the highway. Hitting 83, 85, 90.
It can be a little bit of both. It can be that the
I mean, it says 100. Jesus. Peggy, I agree. Prayers for the traffic or anybody that's standing around there. That's one thing we never want to see is anybody get hurt. By the way, make sure to check in with us in the chat from wherever you're watching. We broadcast across many different platforms. And make sure to say hi and where you're watching from. And get in your vote as far as how this one's going to end. Is it going to be a bailout? Is it going to be a pit maneuver? Is he going to get into an accident? Is he just going to give up and lay on the street, which we've seen so many times?
In and out of the traffic. Very
Esmeralda, yes, this is live right now.
To make a lane change.
It is.
And we're going to have an
Have they
accident.
said if they think more than one person is in the car? Do we have multiple occupants?
And you're, of course,
Well, they are pushed in real close on that right now, and it would appear to only be one person. The seat has what looks like mail on it on the other seat there.
He's going to pay his cable bill for to cut his internet off.
That's a good possibility.
It looks like there's maybe some files or paperwork on that passenger seat there. But look at that. Passing on the right at such high speeds there, right along the train tracks.
Ooh, that's tight through there.
That left front
Ooh, not the train track.
He's not slowing down much either. I mean, it's still saying he's hitting 85.
Since we've been following the gas.
Jesus.
There's a lot of big trucks, man.
There sure is.
Makes one false move.
What else is
Disaster.
as well? The chopper being able to keep up. Of course, choppers can move a lot faster than vehicles, but just now how officers are depending.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
To keep up with this vehicle.
Absolutely, and that's another reason why the officers sometimes on the ground will back off. When we
I love
have air
how
supports
I'm
and
getting
stuff there,
notifications
they
that
can follow
news
and call out the location.
is just
The
now starting to
officers won't
cover
have
it in
to
different
endanger
areas after we've
themselves
already
by
been
driving
on the
at such
air.
high speed,
10
but they'll still
minutes
be
of
close
just-
enough that
I mean,
Yeah, I love that.
How reliable are we?
or bail out on
They
foot.
wait. They wait till they see it's a real full blown good chase and then jump on it. We'll jump on any chase, right?
I'll take it any way I can get it.
Hey, he has nothing to lose.
A man with
Well,
nothing.
it does. Look at,
You guys are cracking me up with your stuff today. April says he didn't get that chain letter in the mail. Now look what happened.
And they're
Yeah,
definitely
see, that's what
making
happens.
maneuvers to get away.
Bad luck.
But when they're at these
Crystal, I agree, but you know what? If I had no plan to stop, I don't think that I'd be hitting 85, 90 miles an hour. I think I'd at least keep it, in the 50s to 60s. You know what I mean?
Because
Like, I mean, you're killing your chances when you're going through traffic like that at that high a speed. Anything, just like Mikey just said, one of those trucks moves slightly to the left 1 foot, you're dead. Done.
When they're going
we
to
go,
such
turn.
extremes, you really have to wonder
We're on the
what
turn.
the true.
That looks like a really nice neighborhood
what
that he's
they're
heading to.
responsible for.
And Suzanne, you
I
pointed
believe
out
that's
that
where
this
trucks go to die.
is an industrial area. It's gonna be
point.
interesting just to see where this vehicle also tries
We've
to
all been there.
either park or if this drive to a place.
Watching from SLC. Thanks, Kevin. Well, we appreciate you jumping on. We love to do these. Feel free to share. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Definitely drop us a little subscribe there and turn on notifications so you know when we go live. I got a brand new show for you tonight. We'll talk about that later. We want to see what this boy's doing now, though. He's in a pretty precarious area. Is he going to jump out?
Sutherland Avenue.
Yeah, I think he just realized.
Make a run for it right now.
Or maybe got a dead
Oh,
end.
he's got
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I mean, you're in an industrial area like that, you got to be careful. I mean, especially when you're in a junkyard, for God's sakes. Yeah, Donna, exactly. It's a damn junkyard area that he said.
What a great
It could
spot
be
to go out in.
well,
though, a
it could have
junkyard.
been a perfect area for him to bail out on foot if he wanted to, but he's not. He's back.
Yeah, good point.
Probably looking for an escape route. But as you can see,
Teresa, thank you. We love that you're taking a dump and watching the chase. Always enjoy that.
You know, Darren, you
Watching from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Well, thank you, Christine. Thanks for checking in.
Manitoba.
Manitoba. As usual, whenever I see anybody on our stream from Canada, I always have to ask very nicely to send me XL chlorophyll gum. Thank you.
Yeah, I would certainly say that it's probably
That we want.
the speeds that vehicle has been traveling at on these small.
Listen, for this
industrial
POS
streets,
truck that they're in, this SUV is doing pretty good at those high speeds, though.
they're
You got to
gonna back
admit.
off and let the helicopter call it.
I'm sure it's got over 200,000 miles on it.
Onto these city streets.
Oh,
when
easily.
they're at those high speeds, the officers or their supervisors make a determination.
Looks like that spooked him enough going down that dead end. You better be careful with that. Even if they're not in hot pursuit behind you, I mean, you still got to be careful.
Let the helicopter call it, especially with right now.
How did they not box him in right
This is
then?
an infraction. They're chasing
I guess they're not. I guess they're just trailing in the airship, I suppose.
Right there. This is East Anaheim Street in an industrial area, the Long Beach area right here. This driver apparently was in a process of getting pulled over. Officers noticed that the tags were expired, and that's how this chase pretty much started. It started right before our 11 o'clock show.
All right, so
here. We
that's
have been
it.
hot on the
He's
tail
got something in the
of
car.
this vehicle here. It's been
Got
flying
some,
through these
warrants.
intersections. Was on the 91 and also the southbound driving more than
One of those two things for sure.
weaving in and out of traffic, but now it's off on these side streets, which is
I mean, otherwise you
dangerous
wouldn't
at this
you
time
wouldn't
of
put
day.
so much at risk. You know what I mean? If it was just something stupid, but then again, watching live PD, we've seen a lot of people do a lot of crazy stuff, and they didn't even
And
have
they'll
any
say,
warrants.
I panic.
Yeah, they just panicked. I don't have insurance. I don't have my license. I thought I had a warrant. Well, which you didn't even have
I'm
a
afraid of
warrant.
cops.
Yeah.
We'll take you all the way back to the 710 freeway. So if they don't make a turn, at least they're going to be in an area.
Well, I think that he knows, definitely that the cops are not on his ass because he has slowed down a bit. It did actually kind of sort of come to a stop back there. It looks like he's going to have to come to a stop or ram that Prius. Just ram it. It's a piece of junk. You got it. You're fine.
Seen before, Sergeant.
Yeah, but I think that it's something that's important to note, though. If you've seen over the last several minutes, the speeds have gone down significantly, and I think that
Are these guys just listening to us, or I mean?
Rehashing what we already said.
Yeah, thanks.
To get away, but fortunately, he's not driving at those extreme speeds again. like we saw a few minutes ago, to 70, 80, 90 miles an hour.
Jen, is that a
on
real
these
thing? I can
surface
barely even check my own oil on my vehicle, so I don't even know. Jen says his truck is running hot, so if he slows down, it will overheat. Is that really a thing, Mikey?
They lost them, right? But I'm sure
I believe
they
that's
can see the
some
chopper.
BS if I've ever heard of.
With past experience.
You can't blend
Since this
in.
is a regular thing here in LA that I'm learning.
Hey,
that-
Crystal, I agree. Trust me, we love these.
They'll bail sometimes and walk with the crowd. Like, no, that doesn't work.
It's like we see you.
Yeah, the guy in a video the other day tried that when he jumped out and was walking all nonchalant right next to a bunch of police, like they didn't even realize that he got out. Come on.
parking
Hey,
structures are going to
one cop did pass him, so he did halfway succeed.
Doctor can't see him. But, but still, 90+% of the time, these guys will be taken into custody, even if it's not right now.
Yeah.
Let's say that he bails
Christine,
on
good
foot,
point.
he's able to get out of the car and run.
Make them verify.
And not
If
be
you're
caught right
watching,
now. They're going to process that vehicle.
hold your hand out the window for just a
DNA
second.
and everything else.
You never know. Someday that might actually happen.
And Darren, not even just that evidence, but
I mean, we had that woman, that actually did verify. I don't even remember how long ago that was, but that there was the vehicle crashed into her fence.
Yeah.
And she happened to be watching live.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she had messaged us and told
Yeah.
us
She was
admitted
legit.
She did. She actually
She was
admitted.
legit. And of course, we're like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like your 15 minutes of fame, but the end goal is not a prize. You're not taking home any cash. If anything, you're going to be.
Excuse me,
out-
but there is a prize at the end. It's bragging rights for whoever figures it out. And again, anybody new that's joining us, please subscribe over on YouTube. We would really appreciate that. Plus, we give you good content like commentary that's not this kind of joking.
SUV appears a
Good
little bumped.
content.
Yeah.
Halfway.
Really pushing it.
Well, okay, mediocre content at best.
Good to average.
Right off of Figueroa Place here, so we'll have to see what happens now. But
And also, if you're just joining us, just check in in the chat and say, hey, let us know where you're listening from. And what do you think? Is he going to bail or she? We don't know. We don't know.
Oh, it's a
Don't-
guy, and he's wearing a white beater.
Is he going to bail? Is he going to wreck out? They're just going to stop and just lay down. That's the worst one, when they just stop and lay down on the street.
Highway Patrol, they'll pass that along. And we know it's a CHP helicopter there in the shot, so we know that they're in communication with the ground units. And now that they're back on the freeway, you'll likely see units get back involved closer.
Yeah, see, April, you're absolutely right. That's a prize at the end of it. You get a picture taken, probably a free mask as well.
You can take turns. That
Little butt play.
interconnectedness of the CHP
Shiny pair of handcuffs.
cruiser nearby, especially when they have eyes on the chopper, like what's going on?
And Darren, was that a
Betsy
CHP
checking in from
chopper there, or
Kentucky.
was that a news chopper?
Welcome,
No,
Betsy.
that's a CHP chopper right there. You can see on the tail boom the CHP. Plus, with the way it's flying, how low it is to the ground.
Teresa, usually
that's
after
definitely
these
a
go this long, it's very hard to get the scanners, because I don't know anything about the scanners. They move to these different things that are almost impossible to hear.
So
They're
even
fine.
if it goes through all these different jurisdictions, they're passing the information along to the jurisdiction that the suspect is entering and providing that information to the local agency.
I mean, with
Back
his
on the
erratic
110 freeway,
ride
I mean, I don't know
right
if they were
now,
here earlier,
you
but
can't
in the
really.
San
I don't think they can come up with a
Pedro
real
area,
solid
the
game
110,
plan.
and traffic isn't too bad, though.
Yeah, good point.
Getting off the freeway again.
Looks like he's making an exit.
And he's on and off. I can't really. Usually, you can get a pretty good sense of if they've got an end point where they want to go. Like somebody made a joke earlier to Mom's house, but that's true. They do that a lot. They'll go to families' houses to get arrested in front steps.
Long exit here, so let's see.
But I don't know. It seems pretty random.
Darren, technology never works as fast as you want it to, right?
Yeah. Well, at least we only have about a 20
Listen to those
minutes
great,
left.
great dad jokes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a
So
good.
now it looks like
Long sweep.
Oh,
turn
Vincent
here.
Thomas Bridge, it said.
Harbor
Vincent Thomas
Boulevard.
Terminal. You know that new bridge? Would this be heading toward it right now?
Are we going to make history? Is this a brand new bridge that hasn't seen a car chase yet? Is that what she's saying?
Mayor Robert Garcia was out there doing the dedication. We had definitely.
Teresa, I'm well aware of the scanner radio app. What I'm saying is that they clear those out and they go to private channels typically that you got to know in the area to pick up. You can't just, usually when something like this is happening, because it clogs up the entire main channel is what I'm saying.
Look at
Towards San
that
Pedro.
brand new
Okay,
bridge.
but yes,
Creed.
still residential area.
Is that the new bridge? Is it? Is it?
Is this
That's
the new one
fascinating
that was
to even
christened
have a
not too long
pursuit on a
ago?
bridge. What a sight for LA.
Or Christine, just for
Well, we are
TikTok
the
capital of the
purposes,
world.
We sure are.
Exactly.
And it also would be scary and concerning if the pursuit were to come to an end on a bridge. I don't think I've seen that yet.
Well, I'm sure this driver doesn't want.
I mean, it would be amazing, and it would be a first, as far as I know, if he drove off the bridge right now. I mean, I don't think that's been done yet.
Yeah.
How could
No,
this
not
get
at
off
all.
the
Spike
bridge,
strips
by
are
the way?
That's
I
a
mean,
great
other than
question.
driving off the bridge,
I don't know. I don't know.
this driver's still traveling. At
the
a
car
high
gonna
rate of
just
speed.
explode.
He's not weaving in and out and causing any damage.
It's to going 671 miles an hour, though. But I mean, that's a long ass bridge. Did you see that? It just.
1 mile an hour. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Did you see that? It was 671 miles an hour. That's incredibly long bridge.
There are not ground units directly behind him.
Yeah, and there's no shoulder. The concerning part about a bridge, there's usually no shoulder, but it looks like coming over it now.
I
So
don't
Let me get this
understand.
straight.
I don't understand why they're analyzing this bridge thing. Yes, you're right.
Well, if it were
It's
to
a
come to an
bridge.
end on the bridge in some fashion, they would likely shut the bridge
It's
down
just
on
an
both
ad for a
sides,
bridge.
get the people that are stopped on the bridge
Oh,
off,
my God.
especially if it went to some form of a standoff. So in some respects, they would be able to control it better.
A standoff would be, yeah, because then we could actually watch it. There wouldn't be bushes, as Mikey calls them, giant trees. He calls bushes in the way or anything. Be able to at least watch it play out.
They happen so quickly sometimes, and then we'll run a red light.
By the way, Creed, I'm driving
Not even
across
slowing
a
down,
bridge
so
that was
such an
built
unpredictable
5
traffic.
years ago. Very interesting fact there.
And all the way
Are you
across
actually
all the
driving?
lanes from the left to the right.
There's no shoulder. Yeah, I'm driving the Prius right now.
Oh, wow.
So,
This is
Did you see me
interesting.
a while ago?
11:26 right now. and we have been
You
on
just
this
passed
side
what looked to be
for
a
over 30
police
minutes
vehicle,
now.
but I don't think that was, actually. That
This
was a
vehicle
security
that's
truck
now
or
in
something.
the, San Pedro Long Beach area.
yes, driving down Ocean Boulevard.
Hell yeah, going to the ocean, do some fishing, dude.
And it all started. as a
What
result
happened
of
to
an
going to
expired
Compton?
test.
I think he drove right through Compton at 670 miles an
The
hour.
list of warrants that come along
Yeah.
with that
Yeah,
expired
you-
tag.
Bypass
Well,
bridge.
you never know. I mean, that was the reason the officers attempted the traffic stop was for that violation of expired registration. But again,
He's trying to hit 88 so he can go back to the future and not get pulled over. That was the chase the other night. Kind of looked like the one car looked like the
officers
DeLorean.
about at this stage. We don't know if the vehicle is an unreported stolen. We haven't gotten any information to indicate that it's a known stolen vehicle, but it's not unusual for vehicles to be stolen and an owner to be out
How
of town
funny,
and not even
stolen
know about it
vehicle with
until the police
expired
call them and ask if they know where they're
That would be fantastic. If that were the case, that would be so great.
DJ Marshmallow, his manager and
Right,
his team
yeah.
was watching that.
They're talking about that giant truck chase that we watched the other day. That ended up being DJ Marshmallow, whoever that is. It was his big-ass six-wheel truck.
Could be stolen, could be this person's vehicle, like you said.
Oh, that's so funny. I hope that it is stolen and the dude steals something with it. Oh, God, that'd be
It has to
great.
quite some time anyway. Does he usually give like 6 months grace period, Sergeant?
Well, no,
Not anymore?
not necessarily.
Donna, I don't
So,
think that they had time because they're not really chasing them other than in the airship. I'm sure they've got units, in the area, but that would have been a good point. They could have blocked it off just like GTA style. Them damn, whenever you got 4 or 5, oh, there's another big bridge, huh?
question the driver and see what
Let's talk about what happens if it ends on the bridge again.
then that vehicle can be impounded until the
All right, so
registration.
now
Now
you
I
know,
know.
Suzanne. We had to make sure you know.
Okay, but
That
breaking
grace
the
period
law
is
a little bit.
over. Now, this looks like is this the brand new bridge, guys? The Desmond Bridge?
Yeah, I think going back
Yeah,
over
so this
the
is
other
the one.
direction.
Yeah.
But what a
Yay.
beautiful sight just to see the bridge.
Oh,
but
yes, it's a
unfortunate
beautiful
reason
sight. Yes,
why we do
an
have
absolutely
our
beautiful
shots
sight.
open
It's a bridge,
right
lady.
now. And here's our other shot.
that's
This
the
is
other
shot
shot,
we
yeah.
showed
In a
you
car
before.
chase. It's a
It is,
beautiful
it's
sight.
gorgeous.
What are they talking
But
about?
yeah, we see this driver go over this twice. So usually when you see them turn direction, going over a bridge both directions, do you think possibly, Darren, that they're trying to either contact somebody in this area or they might just not
How
know
dare
what
you
to
with
do?
your
Is there
pumpkin
usually any
spice.
rhyme or reason?
There'd be a lot of speculation. As you know, many times we see them going around in circles in neighborhoods, and it's usually because
Usually because
where
what?
they're going. Here, the way this guy's going and where this pursuit started, where it's gone so far, it doesn't look like there's any rhyme or reason to it. Rather than
Such
just
a
driving
beautiful
and trying
sight,
to
April.
evade.
Such a beautiful
So now heading
sight.
back toward the Long Beach area, which near
Esmeralda, he's been getting on and off a bunch of different areas.
farther in, but I just always think.
So
of
I
the
guess he's
regulars
heading
on the
towards,
road. That's what
the
always
ocean
concerns
now.
me. When you're near families, somebody bails, starts jumping through backyards. At
He
least
did
in a
miss. He
commercial
drove over. It was a
area,
beautiful sight. He drove over a brand new bridge, Esmeralda.
people who, they weren't planning on having an intruder, somebody wanted by the law with police on their tail.
Yeah, and in today's COVID environment where there's more people home, children home from schools, families having to be home, they're outdoors to try and, make do with the situation that's going on. You do see more and more people out, and sometimes even in just the industrial and commercial areas, there's people out walking around to get fresh air and get out of the house for a bit. But, yeah.
So, Darren, if I'm tired and I'm ready to put out some little spikes out here, at what point do they come in?
Well, certainly not at freeway speeds with the traffic that we're seeing here on the freeway.
Oh, I hope they didn't lose him.
Did we
Where'd he
lose
go?
the vehicle here?
No, he's in the front. I think Chopper's just trying
Did
to
we lose him?
regroup.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mikey.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
maybe
sorry, I
the
was in
police
a
vehicle has that
no-fly zone.
Oh.
Here we go.
Figured you were in a tunnel.
Yes.
Panera?
They may have lost him, Mikey.
Of course, I know not to use them on the interstate.
They may
the freeway.
have lost
At some
him.
point, how long do you follow these guys without putting their lives in danger?
How do you lose
Well, that's
him?
just
I
it.
mean,
They'll
we
kind
were
of
right
continually
on him.
weigh the risk here and how in danger the public is.
Well, I guarantee you that the airship that's followed him did not lose him.
Actions, how fast he's going, where he's going, etc. So realistically, as long as it is in a situation that it's not endangering the public more,
It's not. There he is. That's him, right?
It's more than
that's
necessary.
him.
All of them endanger the public, but as long as the risk isn't
A heart attack like
continue
that.
the pursuit until
Way
it
to
comes
scare
to a
somebody.
conclusion, or until they're able to identify the driver, and that they would then be able to prosecute by way of complaint. So, if some way they're able to identify,
Mikey, I'm
the
going to run
driver,
outside real
now
quick and
they
get me
know who the
a
driver
quick
is, and they
cigarette. Are
know
you okay
that
for a
we're
second?
going to be able to get him.
I'm going to leave the chopper.
I'm about
then
to
they'll
be
call it off.
at
But
the
otherwise, they'll
hacienda.
continue the pursuit until. it
Okay.
terminates.
Well, you know what? Are you pretty
We
close
have covered those pursuits before where
to the house?
Just
CHP
past
or police
the
will pull
La
back and
Mirage.
identify
Oh, you are close. Well, I'll hang out. I'll hang out until you get home.
Later that day or the next
I'll
day. Why did
wait.
you pull off that chase? It's because, as you just said,
By the way,
Sergeant,
if
they've
people are wondering
identified
what
who
the
it
La
is.
Mirage is, it's
You
a strip
reduce
club.
the risk to the general public.
It's a very famous strip club as far as Creedence and Bishop show history. Lots of great things and great times have been had there,
Peaceful resolution.
including Dave the
Yeah,
Scott,
exactly.
shit-faced
And,
drunk. Do you remember? Were you around for that night? That was such a great night. That was amazing.
I wasn't, but I heard all about it.
He left. I mean, he couldn't even stand up. He came back 2 hours later, sober as can be, and started all over again. I don't know how he did it.
Once they've made that identification and they know that they're going to be.
Oh, and then my fat ass on stage one time, I think it was during my birthday, they ripped off my clothes
As long as the pursuit is
up on
done
stage. That was embarrassing.
safe manner, and it's not overly endangering to the public, they will continue that pursuit. And you talked about the video game and getting tired of this. Well, the officers, it's a high adrenaline situation, especially when they're at these high speeds. There's a lot going on in that police car, especially when they get off on the
Every
city
time he
streets,
goes under a
they're
bridge,
having
they
to look
lose
where
him.
they're
There he is.
going.
Okay.
They're listening to the radio. They're watching for cross traffic. So the officers can become fatigued too. So especially with the highway patrol, it would not be uncommon
Taking it
for them
easy
to
on
pass
the,
it off to another unit. And it looks like we're getting
exit
off and
there.
making another transition.
I was going to say, this looks familiar. Is this like Groundhog Day? Was
I think
this
he
the
just
same
got off
exit
of
from the
710 and now he's on
around there? It looks
405, they
familiar.
say.
Going back across the bridge.
Oh, what a great
Yeah.
Groundhog Day reference.
So, okay, where are we at now? Are we on the 405
Almost
freeway?
looks like the 405.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yeah,
That's
the
what your
405
graphics
freeway.
say.
Is this south or northbound? I can't tell.
Should pop up at some point.
Yeah.
Looks like
Okay, our director's saying I believe it's the north.
It says north.
405 here.
Okay, so northbound, I'm trying to get my bearings.
Well, I will say that his, even getting up onto here, his speeds are hanging at about 60, so at least he's not going too crazy.
Okay,
So still in Long Beach, still in the Long Beach area. Does this point to the fact that he may know this area pretty well, since we've been staying around Long Beach for some time?
No, I'm pretty sure that even if myself, who's never been there before, could figure this out. I mean, you're going freeway to freeway. I mean, that's on the highway. It's not that hard.
Or he may even have a thing called GPS.
That's entirely possible.
Might be on the phone. We don't know.
Do track phones have GPS capabilities?
Maybe that
Sure.
person is.
I don't doubt it at all.
I don't know. I haven't bought a Rite Aid phone or a gas station phone in a long time.
Because it's going to end one way or another, and we'd rather have it end.
It is going to end one way or the other. You're absolutely right. And how do you guys think? Make sure to keep putting in your guesses. I say it's going to be a crash because earlier it looked like it was going to be a crash. Mikey says it's going to be a bail, and he's going to have on a white wife beater.
I mean, we've seen when
Shirt.
people bail out of a vehicle and they get tackled. I mean, you just get roughed up.
They do get roughed up, baby.
But peacefully, when you take off running, when you go through neighborhoods, it's not good.
I don't think they care. That's the thing. I don't think
the
they care. I mean,
adrenaline,
yeah,
is
they've
that.
proven that,
I don't think they're even thinking.
on a freeway, you really don't care how you're taken down.
Mikey, you missed the big bridge, the brand new bridge that they went over, and all she says is, "It's such a beautiful sight."
Just let them get out. Darren, what a day.
We've seen it happen several
April, that's a good guess. I didn't even think about that because the gas mileage of that is got to be completely crap. I like that guess. April says she thinks it might run out of gas. I think that's a really good. That's a good guess right there.
It's just very tenuous situation.
Cheeseburger says picking up speed again, wreck for sure. Yeah, and you're right.
Cheeseburger.
Back up to 80 now. Oh, you switched over?
Oh, I'm on my. I just grabbed some headphones. I
Perfect.
have to hook up all my equipment to get on in the studio.
The driver went that way. So we've seen.
Are you okay for just a second?
Yeah, go ahead. I can
All right.
cover it. I just can't put nobody up.
Gotcha.
The victim as well.
Teresa, no offense, I do too.
And they failed to get that the helicopter was
Kevin A says I'm calling it. He flips that thing. That'd be nice. Haven't had a
that
flip
would be
yet.
nice.
Haven't seen a flip in quite a while.
A good little flip, dude.
Be right back, dude.
Yeah, all right, dude. Yeah, this chase, I mean, if you're just joining us or you've been here the whole time and maybe you didn't hear us say it, has stemmed from him getting pulled over for an expired registration.
Have to remember we're in a COVID environment where there's still a lot of people who are.
Maybe he's afraid of COVID. That's why he took off running.
I guess if you're going to look at a positive, there's not as much traffic as there could be on a normal workday.
Yeah, so passing Carson and now in the Compton area.
I mean, he's doing 90
driving on these
heading to
streets in
Compton.
this area, but appears to be just, passing through cities right now with no, driving right in the middle like earlier.
He's on a world tour. And make sure if you're watching with us for the first time, make sure you go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Creedence and Bishop Show. The crowd is fallen deathly silent. I mean, is it me or is there like almost no traffic today? I mean, he's run into such minimal amount of traffic. He's been able to go over 100 miles an hour a dozen times. Approaching that now, I mean. Make sure you get your bets in how this is going to end. I personally say he will bail, and then it will catch him. Possibly with a taser. I apologize for the audio. I am on my phone today because I had all kinds of Creedence and Bishop Show business to take care of today. Believe it or not, this is a business. We run it as such. We're taking applications for interns. If you'd like to be an intern for the Creedence Bishop Show, send us an email at cbshowemail@gmail.com. I mean, he's really now just joyriding. I mean, he's he's not worried about his speed at all. I'm waiting for one of these big trucks to move him out of the way. This has been a very long 35-plus minute chase. When we joined it, it had already been in progress for a while.
We're on the Torrance area here.
Yeah, already blew through Gardena, the Compton area now. Yeah, Torrance and the Lawndale area. So
shout out to the Lawndale area.
Yeah, but this looks like a Ford Excursion or a similar type of vehicle. One of those large SUVs that probably has a decent-sized gas tank that can go for several hundred miles. So, if it has full tank,
several hundred miles, if it's full,
it running out of gas in the short term probably isn't likely.
Yeah, well, remember the guy who ran out of gas? He was running from the cops and he was pulling over at the gas station.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, got $1 worth of gas.
Yeah. We're going into stations. Get out of
here.
here.
Get out of here.
She was just getting ready to do shipping for the day. I said, it's damn Veterans Day, honey.
Yeah, none of that.
Getting away and at least to slow down a little bit. We saw
Ding, ding.
going up
Ding, ding.
upwards of 110 miles an hour.
Ding,
at some
ding.
points.
What is the, all right, good question on the
Sergeant, they don't ever
the fuel of a Navigator. I'm going to look up. Anybody have any idea what year you think that is?
slow speeds to
I mean, it's gotta be
make
pretty
that
old.
maneuver happen without endangering the life of
I
the
would
police
say
officer or the CHP officer as well.
2010.
If you pay attention to it,
2009?
We'll go with the
it looks like he's driving,
2009.
pretty decently. I mean, at least I'm usually driving around.
Navigator.
Looks like he's been okay.
Yeah. So, DeMarco, what kind of vehicle do you drive? So we keep an eye out for you. No, but yeah, you're right. He has been maintaining speeds. But if you notice, for the last several miles, he has been hugging that far right lane. So it begs the question if he's looking for a place to exit or what. And you actually have seen some cars that are going faster than him at this point.
Darren, he's a proud new owner of a Velociraptor, if you hadn't heard. He was on the
Oh,
news.
they're making jokes about that old
I'm kidding.
chase from the other night.
And let me let the viewers know so they will be like, is he driving this crazy around this time? That's early in the morning.
All right,
Usually
you're
I'm
close.
by myself and I'm looking out for
You
everybody.
think about a 2004. I went with a 2009. They're saying 16 and 11 highway.
Yeah,
We have a highway patrol canine
they're
who
saying he's
was,
going to go several hundred miles.
SOV lane.
No.
Now he looks like he's either transitioning.
No, I
or
wouldn't think so.
exiting again.
To me, it appears that this guy.
Wait, regular gas. Okay, regular gas is 16 city highway, 14 in the city,
7 minutes.
and 20 on the highway for regular gas. Now that's 2009.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you might be right. I think that might be a little bit older.
And we're getting back onto the
Okay.
city street here. You were talking about a pit maneuver a minute ago. Yeah, generally, pit maneuvers are not executed at speeds over 35 miles an hour.
Okay.
And that's because of endangering not only the officers involved, but the suspect. But now you've seen him actually stopped here at this red light, whereas before, 10, 15 minutes ago, you'd have seen him go through this red light. So, interesting, he probably does recognize the fact.
Be funny if they followed the. I think that's a Ford right there that's making a right turn. That would be funny if they started.
Darren, you know what? I learned something every time.
Like they
And
almost
it's-
just did.
Yeah, and
very,
they.
important
I love
that you
the
pointed it out.
psychology
The pit
of how he
maneuvers don't
stopped this time and
happen
didn't stop last
above
time at
30
red
miles per hour. I didn't know
35,
that.
yeah. I knew it was a
Lacey, we
slower
couldn't
speed,
agree
but-
more. Love it.
That's a general rule, and again,
Always love
the
a
goal
good
of
chase in the
maneuver is
afternoon.
to cause the vehicle to spin to where you can then it ceases its forward movement. You can block it in and then control it. It's not designed to cause the vehicle to flip over.
Sage,
but
it's just
higher
a couple
speeds.
of less
That's generally what
traffic
may
infractions
happen.
when they're writing
We've
it up.
seen them before where they have been executed at higher
Cheeseburger
speeds.
said
Drivers have
04
lost
North
control
Star VA
and,
got 22 in a highway Florida.
run
That's
into
pretty damn good,
oncoming
actually.
traffic
Think
and
about
cause
it.
collisions that way, and that's not the intent. Of the pit
Looks like
maneuver.
he's merging back on the freeway. Is that the
Yeah.
Yeah,
freeway?
the 405 South. Darren, it does feel, like a repeat. Went back over the bridge twice in Long Beach and San Pedro. Now going back on the 405. So
Cheeseburger.
definitely circling and, doing figure eight.
Betsy, you saw that too? They almost went for it, didn't they? The dude that was making the
A
right
wide
turn. That's
swath.
It's a
funny.
large area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very
Kylie,
large area.
welcome.
It's not what you typically find when they're doing their little circles through areas that they. may
Yeah, I mean,
be
you're
familiar
blasting.
with.
At one point, you're going 670 miles an hour over a beautiful, serene, brand new bridge at 670 miles an hour. Now you're stopping for lights. Maybe he's listening and, talking about our worries of the fuel mileage,
The colorful commentary
Yes,
as
so
well,
fun.
especially when things.
Oh, thank you. That's a nice, nice
so
compliment.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet of them. Thank you.
Good luck, and thanks for guiding us through this coverage as well.
Guiding
Thank you,
us.
Darren.
Guiding us, because we had never figured it out.
Yeah.
And we continue with our pursuit here that started.
All right, so 2004 Lincoln Navigator is 11 city, 16 highway.
Well over an hour now, leading units on a chase where we've seen as many as 4 cruisers behind this driver on the freeway. We've seen the driver on the phone at different times, but covering a large area of the South.
Jesus, can you make a little more noise?
Don't know if this driver's.
I'll mute my mic. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hurry up and get this hooked up so I can get on the computer.
When
Thanks.
They pulled over
Jesus.
into a commercial
Uh-oh,
area
blue screen. Always hate the blue
and
screen.
hit a dead end with all of those
The blue
vehicles.
screen of
It does
death.
look like a
There it is.
junkyard or possibly a body
Industrial
shop
area,
yard.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Do you think that at this point maybe he doesn't realize that there's so many airships on him and he's just trying to blend in a little bit and get to where he's going?
And there's
I often wonder about that because, I mean, if you're not paying attention up in the sky, and they might not be right over top of him,
vehicle, but
there's a damn good chance that he's just trying to kind of blend in because he's only going 60.
open space.
Well, now he's sitting 65, but still, he's not zooming like
As we
crazy.
see, still driving, still behind the wheel, but not driving as wild as they were earlier. Remember the shocks were just taking a beating earlier. When
Sage, I guess it was registration, I believe. And we kind of got joking earlier because it might be a stolen vehicle. And we were laughing because just imagine this dude steals a vehicle that doesn't have proper registration and stuff. Is that right, Mikey? What was it? Registration and something else?
Yeah, that basically his tags had expired. And so, or something, they had ran his number and it came back as a registration was bad. So that was the whole reason they pulled him.
If officers are attempting a pit maneuver,
And as soon as they tried to pull him,
they
he
need
took
to
off.
be at a relatively slow rate.
Kylie, they're, I'm sure, in the area somewhere, but it's just airships followed them at this point.
We've seen them driving on the rims with sparks flying. So those spike strips can be really effective at just forcing a vehicle to slow down. But he mentioned this might be a Ford Excursion. If it is
it an excursion, not a navigator?
Or something like that.
well, it's definitely the same size.
Yeah,
so you know how
well,
big those
certainly the
gas
same
tanks
size.
are. They
Oh,
could
yeah.
make it to Bakersfield if they
I
went that direction.
don't think they know
They burn
much
gas
about
as well. That's
fuel
why it's
mileage, but
also
okay.
been interesting to see how long he's been, cruising and the amount of mileage that he's taken up
Yeah.
as well.
And we don't know if this is their vehicle, if it's a stolen vehicle, if there's anything in the back, but all of the windows are tinted, so it's hard to get a good sight inside. We did have a great shot from Sky 2 earlier where we looked through the front window, so that's when we saw the driver has long sleeves on. It appeared they were on the phone, so we were just curious, who they might be on the phone with. But I learned something
Sage,
new
absolutely.
today, too.
Can you imagine the difference between, just that? And, I mean, if it were truly he was just running because of that. Oh my God! Can you imagine now?
Plans to give up?
Yeah,
Their demands?
hopefully some demands.
Cheeseburger, I thought so too. It looks like a navigator to me.
We even talked
Maybe
about how
not, who
they'll
knows?
reach out to relatives or friends just to see who's home.
Yeah.
So they could possibly drive to that
something
location.
happened. Look, they just crossed all lanes of the freeway here.
And now it's
Pathetic
back into
ASAP.
yeah,
Love you
traveling
too.
at high
Thank
speed.
you.
So you wonder if they got
South
some-
Africa, very cool.
You wonder if they're talking to somebody and now they have a plan
Suzanne
of
says
action.
she's home. I can now go over there, right?
Yes, we have a plan
That's a good
of action
point.
because
Jeez.
everything kind of slowed down, right? But then
Yeah,
got
slowed
back
down
on
for
the
a
freeway.
moment.
Makes me think this driver is
Let me
trying
tell you
to
in madness,
communicate or
if it
has
were
been
me,
in contact with
I think that'd be a
somebody
hell of a
just
great
just
place
dart over four
to
lanes
head
with
to.
No cruiser close behind.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good point.
Those black and whites have really fallen back
Mm-hmm.
for quite some time, and we understand why they do that.
April.
Off to the side roads.
Love it, April.
He had
Yeah.
ran into a cul-de-sac
Mm-hmm.
at one point, which would have been a good way to trap him in, but because they stay their distance.
It's the back that makes me believe that it's a
clearly they know
navigator.
what they're doing. That's
Yeah.
why
But
they
you're
do it.
right.
this isn't
The Mountaineer's very
Grand Theft Auto.
close to it.
Exactly.
We don't wanna bang
If it
up-
was Grand Theft Auto, I would have been playing it right now, but that's not the real deal.
Yeah, there's real lives at stake. here.
Right.
We definitely, the police officers, CHP, want to keep public health and safety above all else, but also, the priority is to catch whoever's behind the wheel here. And
That's
as
right,
we
I hope he
talked
has a
about,
mask on.
Sometimes they'll pull off, which they're not pulling off in this case, but they'll pull off sometimes if they communicate with the driver, or if they're able to identify
Carolina, that's
who
part of
driver is
the
and
part of the
then
fun. You just never know what is going to happen. I mean, at the beginning of this chase, he was extremely erratic, weaving in and out through surface streets. Back on the highway, things were much different. But as these chases go on, wait until he keeps just kind of chilling on the highway. Wait till they decide to get up behind him again and put on some pressure. Then all of a sudden they start driving crazy, and there you go. Then maybe it'll be flipping down the road. You never know.
Tune it in. If you're headed in this direction, he has been pretty much circling around the Long Beach Torrance area. The 405, we've seen the 110, the 91.
Sorry, I'm
was
stuck on my
605
phone
or
until
something
after
like
this
that,
chase.
645?
Yeah, the 605
Why?
freeway.
605, 605 freeway.
What'd you do?
I have to
So if
call.
you're in those
I have to call a
areas,
number to
please,
activate this
Please
box.
continue to follow us on our app. If you're watching or if you're listening
What
to us in the
idiots.
car, cbsla.com, you can download the app there and just stay tuned and stay up to date on this situation. But
And already about to
be
leave it?
safe, because this is a dangerous situation.
No, I
Even
don't
though
think
we've
so.
been having some colorful commentary. We do understand the danger of this situation here.
Yes, and we are now
Yeah.
broadcasting on KCAL 9 News right now. KCAL 9 News at noon will be
KCAL 9
taking over
News.
this pursuit as well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Have a good one.
On the
KCAL.
city streets. He was driving at very high speeds at one point, up to 90 miles an hour through some commercial and industrial areas, at which point
He's up to 90 right now,
backed
by the way.
off. And then when he was at the slower speeds, ground units were not close enough to engage in a pit maneuver and have been allowing this to be called by the helicopter.
And I know that we did have some video of some of that
Dude,
happening
dude,
a little
dude,
earlier,
dude.
where this driver was going in reverse, went
What's
across
up?
the new bridge, the old
Oh, the
bridge,
new
in
bridge!
Long Beach, and at one point it almost seemed as though the driver was going in circles.
It was so
A
beautiful.
large circle.
Unbelievable
but,
bridge.
certainly nowhere near Joshua Tree, and you always
Such
wonder
a
if they
beautiful
are
sight from the
familiar
bridge.
with a certain area. Here we are showing some of that video where
Joshua
that driver
Tree.
got
Yes,
themselves
back
into
to
somewhat
the-
of a dead
back
end
to that
situation and then backed up. And as you
beautiful
mentioned,
bridge.
those black and whites were far enough, giving that driver a little distance where the driver was able to back out and then continue on.
Would you say Joshua Tree was your
so,
favorite U2 album?
He had to kind of circle in
I do not
area,
have
but like
a,
you said, it's
favorite,
very large area.
U2
He's been on
album
the
at
110
all.
several times, the 405 several
Agreed.
times, the 710, the 605, city streets, all
Oh,
in
here we
that
go,
area. It looks like he might
Getting
be
off.
exiting again.
Yes, we are seeing that, and I always wonder if law enforcement following this driver are relieved or disappointed that the driver is off of the freeway and getting onto city streets. I just always wonder which is more dangerous.
Where's he at?
Well, I'll tell you that the pursuits on city streets are far more dangerous. You have to worry about cross traffic, red lights, stop signs, pedestrians on the roadway, people crossing the street, bicyclists, all kinds of issues
I like
on
to call
city
them
streets
cyclists,
you don't
not
have to worry about on the freeway.
Bicyclist. Maybe that's a bicyclist. You never know.
Cyclists. They enjoy hooking up with anyone.
Maybe try and make an
Yes.
escape. We've even seen it where they've tried to carjack other vehicles underneath those bridges. But here he's on city streets, now
going to
looks
visit
like down a
somebody.
small residential street. This is the
That would be
first
my
time that
guess.
We've seen him in
It's a
a
beautiful neighborhood.
residential area, so interesting to see where
I heard
he's
the
going
HOA
and
there
knows
is
where he
only
is right
$100
now.
a month.
That's right, this driver in Wilmington now, and as you mentioned,
Wilmington?
Oh my God, made it all the way to North Carolina.
Streets, residential
Just
streets.
get
and
out
you
there and
just
stop
always
this
wonder about the people that are there that have no idea. There's a person right there, has no idea that this pursuit is happening
My God,
right in
does
front of their
everybody park
home.
on the
We saw
street
someone
there?
about to cross the street.
Son of a
Fortunately,
bitch.
this driver was slowed down a bit by that truck, but
Is that an ice cream truck?
seems to be stopping and then making a right here on
Go and grab
North
himself a little
Wilmington
drinky poo
Boulevard,
before he goes
and,
behind
going
bars
in
for a little
about
bit.
40 miles per hour at this point. And so many
that's-
people unaware that this pursuit is happening right
So
where
many
they
people
are.
unaware this minute.
Yeah, and
uber
right before
dangerous.
shortly before we made the transition from CBS to KCAL, we did have a shot inside the driver's window where it looked like the driver was on the phone. And many times we see in these pursuits where they're call people and
The driver
they'll
had a
drive into
dangerous look in
neighborhood
his
and you'll see
eye.
people coming out and high
Well, he had
fiving
nothing to
them and
lose.
taking selfies and stuff like that. Fortunately, we didn't see that right there, but I had to wonder if that was going to happen when he went into that residential
I mean, he's
area.
going somewhere.
Thank you.
Obviously.
Thank you,
Making, what
Jason.
looks like a U-turn, but now we can't see from the.
Damn.
You see somebody running
Damn
across the
bushes
street.
in the way, damn buildings in the way. Is he
they're
just going to
running
park? What is the
towards
guy
that
running
exit.
across the street? What's happening? Get over there!
So he's running over there.
What is happening?
Out, somebody
Is
getting
he-
in. There
Somebody-
are
Getting
kids in the
out?
car.
They're
Looks
getting
like
stuff
somebody's
out of the
pulling those
car.
kids out.
There were
They're
people.
taking-
There's a woman standing there with a baby. What is
People, but
happening?
now it looks
Taking
as though
things
he's
out of the
boxed in,
car.
but they were coming to
Well, the
get
cops
those
are there
kids
now.
out
Right
of
there.
the back of that SUV.
Do you
Oh,
think he had
my
a baby
God.
in the car the whole time or something?
Driver in
I
the corner,
have a feeling
at least one
that,
walking
yes.
with the child and trying to talk to
Oh,
police.
my
You see
God.
Another car seat coming out of the back of that SUV. You see that?
Well, there's the car seat they just took out. Oh
That's
my
a baby,
God!
baby. A little
Is the
baby.
driver still in it though?
I don't know. Isn't that him in the gray shirt?
He's
Nope.
driving.
Nope, he's still in it.
Oh,
Look here, you better bring me my damn baby seat before you go to
oh, he's
jail.
gonna run.
He's
Oh,
running.
come on! Why
Yes!
do you run?
I won!
You
He's running.
did.
And it looks as though
Look at him! Look at him! He's pretty fast though. I'll give him that. Oh, he's trying.
Oh, he's closing.
And by the way, I think he does have. The cop took out the tree. The bush.
The bush got him.
The bush got them. Oh my
The
God!
bush took out the cop.
Did the dude? Does the dude have a mask on or just a beard?
I don't know, but I'd start.
I can't
taking off
believe
some
that
of the
just happened.
clothes.
I can't believe the cop just took out the tree.
How much do you think? I mean, it's got to be hot there right now. Does he need that coat on? Really?
He's just jogging,
All right, where's he at? He's kinda
grabbing a new car, maybe.
Ooh, maybe. Where are the cops? They come.
Is that him right there? No,
There he is,
oh,
coming
we
back.
just came out.
No, that was some old
Why is he-
fat lady.
Why is he
running
running back
back
towards
towards
the
the
cops? What is he
What are
doing?
you doing?
He's looking for a
disoriented.
vehicle. There's a cop.
somebody
Uh-oh.
coming up. Watch out!
Boom! Got
Oh, He
him.
got him.
Got him.
Ugh. Yeah, my
I
God.
can't wait to watch the replay of that cop hit the tree. I mean, he got
destroyed
that good.
I'm pretty sure that cop got Dutch Elms disease from that tree as soon as he hit it. I mean,
Dutch Elms disease? What in God's name is that?
that's what trees get. I mean, he was inside that tree, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. He became one with the tree.
I think they're getting married.
Let me tell you, if you don't wreck out and it's just a bail, that was one of the best bails I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, that cop had him too, man. I mean, he had him. And then, boom, the bush right in his face.
DeBush, and the other thing that's very funny is how he comes running back and then towards the officers from around the way, the same way that he came from.
What a great chase.
That was a good chase.
Well, why do you think he turned around and came back that way?
I don't know. Why would you not go down? I mean, he
There was
had.
so much open area. So
He
many
had
places
him.
to hide.
It seemed as if that the cop that hit the tree bush was really the only one that was just on him, and then he was just jogging and getting away.
Well, the bald-headed guy right there, that's the guy who tackled the bush.
Oh my God, that was so great.
Look at grandma and baby mama over there, just mad as hell. You better get off of him. You better, lady, you better back the hell up. You better back the hell up.
He's innocent.
He didn't do nothing wrong. He ain't done nothing wrong.
I always hate to see that though when they pull kids out. That's just incredible when you think
Oh,
about
my
that.
God.
I mean, he must have really. I can't wait to get an update on this one and see what. And you're right. Yes, scumbag. Absolutely, with a K. in
POS.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was a kid in the car, he's doing those speeds.
Cheeseburger. By the way, it was confirmed. We saw it go to 667 miles an hour.
Incredible.
Over the new bridge. No, but I hope that adds a lot of extra charges. There's a stringer. That guy's a stringer down there. You see him?
Yeah. Oh, look at her just arguing her case.
Oh, yeah. There's
Like,
nothing to
he's
say
done
at this
nothing wrong.
point. He just we're 53 minutes in on this. We caught it about 10 minutes after it started. So it's over an hour of a chase going that kind of speeds. You can't say nothing.
Okay,
What-
do you think she's yelling at the cop or yelling at him for having the baby in the car?
That's a good point. Where's the tree at? Oh, come on. Stop at the tree. I want to see the tree.
R.I.P. Tree. R.I.P.
Rip.
Very good.
And how about all those people
The white
getting out of the all those people getting out of the vehicle and nobody in the front passenger seat? That's so strange.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, so we had to rewatch that because
Yeah.
the one lady with the do-rag on, she came running across the street.
Oh, so maybe the kid wasn't in there. I mean, that's
She
possible.
didn't have anything in her hands. She got that.
Oh, she
seat
got
and
the
everything
baby.
out of the back.
Oh, okay. All right.
Grabbed
okay.
the car seat out.
All right. Gotcha.
Unbelievable to put a child at risk like that. That's. I mean, he needs his parent license revoked right now.
Oh my God. I gotta say this. We love police chases, and we absolutely love you guys, especially with the humor you guys have. It's fantastic.
It's
I
nice
love it.
when someone understands what
Yes.
you're doing and what you're getting at.
Yes, I love it. Love it. I'm pretty sure, Esmeralda, that's the that's what
Man, she is pissed.
you make a good point. She might not be yelling at the cops, and she's yelling at that, as Cheeseburger
Maybe
said,
she wants to-
scumbag.
Maybe she wants to go and whoop his ass. I mean, he's
Oh,
the
I don't
baby
know.
dad.
She's having a talking to right now. I mean, he's
He's
using
telling her, look, you need
he's
to calm down because you're just escalating the
definitely
issue.
on it. Look at that, all white there.
Yeah,
Bringing in the big
beautiful.
boys.
Beautiful car. Oh, come on. Oh,
Is that it? Are we done?
oh, we're done.
Guess so.
They pulled out.
Damn.
That was
Well,
crazy.
that was crazy.
Woo, man.
That was a crazy one, I tell you. Man, the way that one ended was it couldn't have been any better.
Way
like
to
I
go,
said, if
airship.
yeah, way to go, Airship One. Great job. Yeah, if it's not going to be an accident, if it's going to be a bailout, that is precisely fantastic. Man, it was fun. We'll see y'all very soon. Don't forget, coming up tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got a good show lined up for you. Oh, now it's all of a sudden dark there. That's scary.
Darkness, everybody.
Got the Creedence and Bishop show tonight at 8:30. Make sure to join us for that. Until then, you guys stay safe.